Down.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10.
Go, 12, let's go. All right. Come on now.
Here's Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
95-56.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Brees here finding Kamara. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Brees. He finds Latavius Murray. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check. Check. 59. Hey, exit. Hey, easy. Check 59, right?
Throwing again on second down. Brees out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. On first and 10, Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Gurley. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
A 44-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, it's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though,
it's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's having 11.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's going to be a long day. 5-9.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
It's be a long day for you. Check.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Goff. Looking sideline, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Goff now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They run. It's Gurley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Breeze finding Kamara, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A nice gain of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Mike 57. Switch up, switch up.
You kill.
57.
To throw is Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 57 to Mike. 57 to
Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Mike, 57. Here we go,
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
We got 4.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. Breeze going to go on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And Zuerlein's kick is good. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And an alley to Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 64 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Malcolm Brown, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe is returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after fall.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the